Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is MaxMellow94 coming at you finally with the train information side of my blogs I've been trying to do. So far, they've been on wrestling. So I'm going to go into this finally, since it's the Christmas season, and why not? So, I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. So, this year, I'm going to try to devote the whole thing to the Polar Express. It's the 10th anniversary of the movie, so the Lionel, the world of Lionel has been bugging about that. The magazines are all talking about it because this set and movie is a big deal with every modeler, every kid. This train set is very popular. It sells out every year. Maybe not sells out, but it's made every year like that. And the more years it is, the more expensive, unfortunately. This was like one of the last versions of it from years ago where it was still below $300. Now it's like almost $400. But now, in particular, because now they got the Lion Chief handheld remote system, which is wireless, and the way it works, if you buy a set with it, the way it works is it's a wireless handheld remote with a knob that looks like a train wheel. Forward and reverse, and they all have sound. The trains all have sounds, and what's interesting is that you get this power pack that kind of acts like a phone charger. You plug it into the terminal track. It powers up. You turn the remote on. It uses AAA. It uses AAA batteries. That's not included with the sets, unfortunately. Very dumb move, to be quite honest. But then again, you might get crappy batteries if it comes with the set. So get Duracell, because they're always the best. Yeah, it comes with that, and you use it for a reverse. It comes with announcements. So for the Polar Express, depending on what version you get, it's either tickets please when it's moving, and when it's still, which means in idle, it'll say all aboard. This is the Polar Express with Tom Hanks' voice. All aboard. Sorry if that's a bad imitation. I just had to do it. What else? Oh, yeah. Bell and the whistle. The whistle sounds great. It sounds pretty much like the one from the movie, if you guys ever paid attention to anything in that movie. And yeah. So, the thing is now, I'm unfortunately... I feel a little desperate because when I set up these setups, I treat them like they're films, so they're a big deal to me. So if something's missing, if something crucial is missing, it really bothers me, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll get into that a little later. For those of you who are fellow modelers, experienced guys, I want to know if watercolor paint will work in the middle of this, because I have this snow sheet, cotton sheet, and I used Elmer's glue, and I glued it to the side of the rails because I want to really imitate the way the movie was. I'm using this track plan. It's from 2011 in Classic Toy Trains magazine, and I thought it was perfect for this year because it's simple, and you could do a lot out of nothing pretty much. I'm gonna get very few tracks. I only need I have real tracks, but I don't have enough to do the extra curves like that, and I need a 45 degree angle crossing grade. And I glued the snow to the side of tracks this deep because I want to imitate how in the movie you barely really saw the rails, especially when it was at his house, and you never really saw the rails that it was sitting on. So I really want to try to imitate that as best as possible. Fortunately, I can't do that completely, but I thought real tracks would be good because something a little cheesy. The rails are gold, and so are the tickets that the kids have in the movie, and that comes with the hot chocolate car. If you buy the Lionel car, it comes with the hot chocolate car has a golden Polar Express ticket actually inside of it. Which is very cool. I never bought it. I never felt the need to add the cars, even though I would love to. But I don't have. I haven't bought trains in 6 years. I never really felt the need to. I've always wanted them, but I never had the money for them. But now that I am making money, I still can't get anything. Which is why, for those of you who paid attention on Facebook, forgive me if this was the bad way of, thanks for talking to me, buddy. You know who you are. I'm glad I spoke to you. You could tell me straight. Forgive me if that was the bad approach. It's just, I don't want to bother my mom with this stuff. She's always bought me the trains. No one else did. Even though everyone knows what I like. And I found the new version of this engine with the remote. It's the 10th anniversary edition where it has the logo here on the cylinders and it actually has handrails. The regular Lion Chief remote set of the Polar Express doesn't have the handrails, which really bothered me because I have the original version of this set. This engine, it can run, but not like, how should I say this? A lot of wheels from the trucks were missing. I just unscrewed the trucks. They didn't just break off like that. It fell off the table last year by accident, and it all went to hell from there. The cow catcher's always been like always a re-gluing issue. I've done that for years, so it doesn't bother me too much. But now that the wheels from the back popped out to the point where the piece that holds the wheel in place broke in a way where I can't simply just put it back, which really sucks. And then to top it off, the train sounds tender that it had the sound fried. I don't know why it doesn't work. And the regular tender, the air whistle, barely worked. Eventually, it just went dead. A lot of things, that was like really the last year for this version of the train. I've had it for 6 years. I know Lionel isn't exactly what it used to be. The engine itself runs fine. It seems like everything else is not taken care of. The engines are pretty well built for the most part, but their material is not good too much. But, if you take care of it, I mean, this, I got these when I was a child. So, you're a child, you're young, you're stupid, you're getting a toy. So something's going to happen. Not that anything happened on purpose. It's just a lot of stuff happened where you got to learn how to really take care of these things. But, I'm 20 now. I know what to do. I mean, these engines have received a lot of beatings just by accidents. This one in particular this year, but it's really because I don't have anything to protect this well. And I hate that. I want to be able to do that eventually. I want you guys to actually give me advice on that. What would be the best, cheapest material to barricade this in a way where it's not too high, but it's not too low to where this can't, if it could, if say anything happens, it could just tilt onto it. And that would be the end of it. Because that's why I miss running this on the floor. For one thing, in a way, I would have more space. You don't believe it now, but this is on top of my dresser and a unit. So it's a little more limited. And this wood, I got to get better, thicker wood for this. I know it's messy, but, I have better things to worry about. I know it doesn't seem like that. But... But, I haven't touched these in a few weeks. So, yeah, this is my blue Comet. This is the only one I bought myself, and that was 5 years ago. I was 14. This was a gift, and so was this one, Mr. Thomas, Harold, Jose, Cynthia, everyone who went to middle school, Edward, all of y'all. I think Roberta's in there, but she probably won't care about this video. That's just my opinion. I don't know, but yeah, Mr. Thomas gave me this. This was actually his. This is from I think the 60s or the 50s. It still runs, but it doesn't have good pulling power. Meaning, it can't pull a lot of cars or heavy cars like that. So, yeah. So that's that's the update so far. I'm gonna go with this track plan. This is the look I'm gonna go for. I want advice on would watercolor paint do well? Would it last long in this case? So, hello, my mom just got in here. So, hold on a second. So, let me know what you guys think. If watercolor paint will be good for this. Hold on a second. Hold on. It would be good for just to know what to do with this. So, because I don't want to use sprinkler snow because I know it's dangerous. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll get back to you. Bye.